Look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, back. Ultra, go ultra.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now on 2nd and 16, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers! As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
From way up at the 23. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
To throw on 3rd down. Decker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Able to haul it in is Kittle. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Decker looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really wanted him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And some room to work. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Decker. Open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 21-3 is your score after 1. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Decker. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Decker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the 1st time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Throwing on 1st down. Decker. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Decker. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. Decker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On 4th down. Decker. He finds Watson complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. This is Jones. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Operating from the gun. Decker. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking to throw. Decker. And that will be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Black shot. Ready?
And Lance now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing his lance on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Gay's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before break. Decker. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Decker. And his throw here is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on third down. Decker. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On third down, Decker. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And into the end zone, a pick six from the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, Decker. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Now Lynch. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Looking to throw on second down. Decker being chased out left.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
DeLance going to throw.
He's got him in. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 64 yards.
And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now?
And nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. Throwing here, Lynch on first down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. To throw is Lynch. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner? If you're on defense,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
From way up at the 23. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left.
215 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Lynch now throwing on 3rd.
This one swung out here to Jones.
No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Lynch on 4th down.
That's taken in by Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Here's Lynch. Steps away to his left.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Lynch. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Man, 222 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they will take a knee here. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here on the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready up.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed